Hello everyone, and welcome to another Thomas Wooden Railway review. I am taking a look at the lift and load set. I just managed to get this set up. I did need to collect a number of different pieces. Oh, I'm sorry if you could not see the whole thing. There we go. Collect the pieces that I needed in order to get this all set up. Now, the lift and load set is quite an interesting one because it has all sorts of interesting destinations. Now, the destinations that I needed to get for this set, which actually happens to be most of them, and I will go over those pretty quickly, in fact right now. First, we have the Sodor Lumber Company. Now, the Sodor Lumber Company is something that I got off of eBay, for one thing, for this review video, and another is that I thought that it would look good in my collection of Thomas Wooden Railway stuff. Now, how it works is that this set does come with an empty log car, although I actually got the log car separate. Do they come together? I'm not entirely sure. I would think so, but in my case, I got them separately. Although it did take me 2 seller attempts to get the Sodor log car, because the first seller that I got a log car from said that it was no longer available, and that was unfortunate. I guess they listed an item before realizing that they did not have it. It happens. So, how this works is that there are these red knobs, and you turn them from side to side, and it lets the logs come out. Now, the question is, how do you get the logs in? Well, over in the back, I know some people may already know about this, but some other people may not even have the log loader. I certainly did not have it. There is this opening gap in the back where you can put the logs in from. And that is how you get them in there. And then you turn the handle to get them back out again. That is pretty cool. Alright, so the next item that is included in the set is this water tower. The water tower... Oh, come on camera, please do not mess with me. The water tower is another thing that I did not have before. I have seen it in images, and I've also seen it in public play sets. Now, I'm not quite sure, because I think the water is supposed to go, like, upward, like it's blue-colored water. And I think that it still works, I just don't think that it works as well as it should. But how it works is that you take an engine, put the water funnel right down, and that's basically supposed to play out filling up the engine's tank with water. Found that to be an interesting thing. Next up is the grain loader. Now, the grain loader is another thing that I did not have before. Just recently got it a few weeks ago. And it comes with this Sodor grain car. And the thing here is that if you get this separately from the like outside of the lift and load set, if you get this thing on its own, it does come with a male and male track adapter piece. Although the seller that I got this from did not have that track piece included, which to me was not a big deal because I actually have quite a lot of those anyway. And what you do here is that this car right here has this flap which is supposed to bring up grain, and I will show you that. You just put the car through the grain loader, and the grain comes out. And you can just turn it over again to push it down like that. Now, I do not know if there is any way to get the grain to come out without the need of the grain loader. Like, what if you were to lose this or something, and you had this closed off? There would be, like, no way to open it up without it. I mean, if you know of any way, you can go ahead and tell me. So, how it works is that over right here, there is this handle, and you just turn the handle like this, and there are a lot of small yellow balls inside of the grain loader. That's supposed to make it look like the grain car is being loaded with the grain, and this is basically what the result would be afterward. So that's pretty interesting. Now, the way that it works is that there is a couple of magnets inside of the grain loader. I'm not sure if you can see them. Ah, there we go. Yeah, there's one magnet, and there's another one on the other side. That is how it works. The grain car, by the way, is mostly plastic, with the exception of the chassis. But I think there is some sort of magnet inside of the grain car which reacts when you push it through the grain loader. Now, I think there may be some people that have trouble with getting the grain to pop open. I actually saw a video before doing the recording of this review, and someone was having trouble getting the grain loader to open up, or the grain to come out. I mean, he managed to get it out one time, but he wasn't able to get it. Now, I think that it may have been because he got an earlier model, and that it was, you know, the grain car did not have the printing on his, while mine does. So I think that early releases of the grain loader may have had that problem where the grain just does not come out when you push it through the grain loader. But mine is a much later model, so it works out much better. That's my guess of it anyway, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, moving on. Next we have the Sodor cargo crane, and it does come with a Sodor cargo car, although the one that I got with my Sodor cargo crane was black, but the lift and load set has it be in orange, so I'm using an orange one right here for the purpose of this review. And there is this handle on the side which you can use to lift the cargo up and then lower it back down, or load it into another cargo car. Come on. And by the way, it's actually a separate piece. Now there is also this handle which moves the crane head from side to side. Now I have tried, but you can't move this with your hand like this. You have to move it by turning the crank. And I think that's because of this drill-shaped pull inside of the crane. So you can only have it turn from side to side, pulling the handle. At least that's from what I understand. Now the set also includes a Knapford tunnel bridge, which is another thing that I did not have before. It's a pretty nice looking bridge. You can actually display the bridge on the ground without the need of the blocks that come with it. But, you know, either way, it works. And it also comes with the Archdale barrel loader. Now, this is one that I did have before from my childhood, and there's supposed to be 3 barrels included in this set, but I only have 2 of them because I lost the 3rd one a long time ago, so I only have 2. And I'll show you exactly how it works, just in case you don't know. Although, I think I have reviewed the Around the Barrel Loader set a couple years ago, so if you've seen that video, or if you have this already, you already know how it works. But if you haven't seen that video, or if you don't have the barrel loader set, I'll go ahead and show how that works. You have the barrels added onto here, and you push down on this lever to get the barrels to roll off into the barrel car. And the same thing can also work with the purple barrel loader with the red barrels, not just the blue barrel car that comes with the Archdale barrel loader with the yellow barrels. And you can also put the red barrels into the blue car and the yellow barrels into the purple car. It works either way. And the set also includes a couple of these stacker pieces right here. I actually got 2 sets of the stacker pieces. The set includes, this train set includes 4 of the short ones and 2 of the tall ones. Now, the thing here is that if you were to get those stacker pieces on their own, you would get 2 tall ones and 2 short ones. I did get 2 sets of those, and I ended up having 2 more of the tall stacker pieces, which are not used here because I only needed 2 of the very tall ones because the set only included 2. But, you know, now I have a total of 4 of the very tall ones. Now, they're actually separate pieces. The top section, the middle section, and the bottom section, they are separate pieces, so you can actually change them out. They're not one piece altogether, just in case you may have thought that they were, like I originally thought. Now we are taking a look at the characters that are included in this set, as well as all of the rolling stock that is included. So what we have is Terrence the Tractor, although I don't think it's this specific version of Terrence. It may be the 90s version, but I used the more updated version because, you know, it was up to date, and I felt that it would probably be what would be included if there was a more up-to-date release of the Lift and Load set. I mean, it has been updated over the years, but not every character has been updated because not every character has had a new model being made. So there's Terrence, and we have Thomas, Oliver, James, Toby, Catherine, a cargo car, the barrel car, Henry's Forest log car, and the grain loader car. Now, a thing to point out is that on the car on Catherine, this railing right here is actually a replacement railing that I made because the one that used to be over here broke off a long time ago, and I have no idea what happened to it. So we just made a new one and glued it on right there. Not really sure as to why the picture shows Catherine just, you know, out there on her own. I mean, she's not supposed to move on her own. I mean, she's not an engine. It just doesn't really make sense to advertise Catherine as a character that could move on her own, because she's not supposed to. Taking a look at a couple of items that are also included, such as the accessories. It includes 1 railroad crossing sign, 2 engineers, 2 pine trees, 1 regular green tree, 1 red tree, one apple tree, a stop sign, and 2 signals. So that's all I gotta say about the lift and load set. I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will talk to you again next time. And I just now realized that I forgot to mention that Sir Topham Hatt is also included in this set. I know that if I did not mention that Sir Topham Hatt was included in this set, people would probably leave comments saying, hey, you didn't mention Sir Topham Hatt. Well, I'm mentioning Sir Topham Hatt, alright? So, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time.